Rome, an eternal city. We have read about it in books, in stories, seen it in movies. Yet, year after year, millions still journey here. What is it about this city that no book or film can truly hold? It's crowded, it's chaotic, and still, they all come. Because the stories of Rome aren't just told, they are carved into stone, whispered through ruins, and felt in every cobbled step. Rome isn't just a city to be seen, it's a city to be lived. Through its history, its rhythm of life, its food, and that is what keeps bringing people back. And for us, the city has been on our list for decades. After months of planning and saving, me and Arju, we went for it.
And as Rafa said, we are in Rome, Roma.
Over the next few days, we don't just want to see the tourist spots, we want to touch the soul of this place. To understand why does this city still draw the world in. From the Temple of Gods, we now cross into the smallest country in the world, the Vatican. Home to the Pope and the treasures of faith. We begin not in Rome, but along the Nile. These halls, founded in 1839 by Pope Gregory XVI, hold the Vatican's Egyptian treasures. Why here? Because Rome absorbed Egypt 2 millennia ago. Emperors carted obelisks to their forums, and later popes preserved the fragments. Gregory created this museum to show that faith's story is entwined with older myths. Leaving Egypt's sand, we descend corridors where Roman statues line the walls. Many were unearthed from villas and baths after centuries underground. Restored in papal workshops, these marble gods and emperors once proclaimed power. Now they stand as witnesses to time's erosion and survival. Stepping out from the museum, the Vatican gardens reveal a sight few forget. The golden sfera con sfera, Italian for sphere within sphere. Created by Arnaldo Pomodoro in 1990, its polished outer globe hides a fractured inner sphere, symbolizing the complexity and the fragility of the world. We step into the Pio Clementino Museum, named for Pope Clement XIV and Pius VI. In the late 1700s, they gathered Rome's greatest classical sculptors and built the grand halls, so beauty could be shared, not hoarded. In this court, the colossal statue of the Nile reclines, surrounded by 16 playful children, each a tributary feeding Egypt's lifeline. Nearby, the Hall of the Animals reveals the Roman craftsmanship was not limited to human figures, so detailed that it looks almost alive. The Sala Rotonda echoes the Pantheon. Its oculus funnels daylight into masterpieces. At the center glows the bronze Hercules, one of the few ancient bronzes to survive because Romans believed a lightning strike made it sacred, sparing it from the furnace. We reach the breathtaking Gallery of Maps, commissioned by Pope Gregory XIII in the 1580s. These 40 frescoed maps, stretching over 120 meters, captured the Italian peninsula with unprecedented accuracy. Ignazio Danti created them not only for geography but to express the papal authority over a unified land. And overhead, the gilded ceiling teems with angels and emblems. A Renaissance sky over a Renaissance world. Vatican Museums কেমন লাগছে আজকে?
জানি না আমি কি বলবো, আমি জাস্ট যে রুমে যাচ্ছি with every passing room things are just the views are just getting better. আমি জানি না, জাস্ট মারাত্মক, মানে কি লেভেলের আর্কিটেকচার।
Just before the Sistine Chapel, a quiet chamber offers a moment to pause. A gentle statue of Mary stands surrounded by the frescoed saints and prophets. These works bridge the grandeur of the maps and the majesty of the Sistine Chapel ahead. Unfortunately, we cannot film inside the Sistine Chapel, a room of unmatched genius. Physically, I am among the Pope's relics, ancient garments and sacred artifacts. But my mind is still in the chapel, buzzing with the genius and the grandeur I just witnessed. Over a few hours we spent here, time seemed to slip away. The sheer size of the museum, the masterpieces, and the stories behind each item is almost too much to take in. I am simply overwhelmed. And at last, we descend the Vatican's spiral stairway, nothing less than a masterpiece, a grand and fitting end to our journey through the centuries of genius and history. After the Vatican, we were famished, but having seen Rome's marvels, we wanted to treat ourselves to something that truly screams Rome, something authentic. We were at Osteria da Fortunata, where two very sweet Italian ladies made pasta from scratch, right in front of our eyes. We tried two classic Rome favorites, the carbonara and cacio e pepe. And to end on a sweet note, we had panna cotta, which was out of this world.
Spettacolare, bellissimo. Where are you going?
Auditorium Parco della Musica
To do what?
to watch my favorite band performing, Rufus. Rufus.
to solve.
When we planned this trip, we never imagined this would happen. And just like that, one of our favorite bands was waiting for us in the Eternal City. We couldn't believe our luck. The dates of their concert aligned perfectly with our time here. No planning, no detours. It just fell into place.
We have been seeing their tours and we have been waiting to witness this live. Personally, we did not think that will happen this soon, but it did. And we are here to see Rufus do so live in Rome. Have a blast.
Roma.
Even after the show ended, the voices of the crowd carried their songs into the night. Strangers singing together, strangers dancing together, and we felt so lucky to be a part of it all. After hours of music and dancing, Rome was still buzzing. But we weren't ready to call it a night just yet. We had one last thing on our minds, to see the Spanish Steps empty and quiet before the city woke up. So we drove through the silent streets of Rome, the night still wrapped around the city, until we reached one of its most iconic spots, the Spanish Steps. Usually crowded, loud, alive, stood completely still. No tourists, no voices, just us and the sound of Rome breathing. After a night of lights and music, this felt different, peaceful, timeless, as if the city was showing us its quieter side. Just for a moment. The Basilica of St. John Lateran. It's one of the 4 major papal basilica of Rome and the oldest among them. Long before St. Peter's, this was the original seat of the papacy. As you step closer, the details start to reveal themselves. Every arch, every column, each carving speaks of centuries of faith and the power. Even the doors, here are art. Stars, pine cones, and symbols of eternal life, all leading into what feels like a different world. Once inside, the scale is overwhelming. As you look up, the golden ceiling shines with a warm glow, like the light of faith itself. The statues along the walls are massive. Each one of the 12 apostles sculpted in incredible detail. They stand as guardians of the sacred space. The mosaic floors lead your eyes upward towards the central baldachin, a golden canopy that holds relics and marks the heart of the basilica. Behind the baldachin, you can see the depth of the design, every inch filled with symbols, relics, and golden details that tell stories from different eras. In a quiet corner, candle burns before the statue of Mother Mary. And for a moment, the massive basilica feels personal, just you and your thoughts. After seeing the Basilica of St. Mary Major earlier in this trip, St. John Lateran feels like its ancient counterpart, older, more powerful, yet equally beautiful. Walking through the narrow lanes of Rome feels like walking through history. Every turn, every wall has a story to tell. Around you, paintings and handmade art line the streets. Colors, textures, languages, all mixing together. Rome truly feels like a melting pot of everything beautiful. After all that walking, it was time to taste another side of Rome, its food. We stopped at Trentaquattro. We ordered their signature pasta, creamy, topped with fresh burrata, basil and crispy bacon to cut through the richness, simple yet perfect. And then the lasagna, layers of cheese, sauce and pasta melting together. This place is known for serving the highest rated lasagna in Rome, and honestly, that's no small feat.
Wow, man. Just taste, just have it.
Yeah, I can't wait,
No
man.
wonder this place has reviews of having the best lasagnas. It's insane.
Perfect. Let's dig in. It was our second day at the Vatican. We kept the Basilica for another day because trying to see the museum and this masterpiece together felt too overwhelming, and we were right. This place deserved its own day. First glimpse of St. Peter's is always breathtaking. The sun glowing behind its dome, its silhouette standing majestic against the sky. As we joined the crowd moving towards the basilica, the statues above watched us, silent and grand. The moment you step inside St. Peter's Basilica, the sheer scale humbles you. This isn't a church, it's the heart of Christianity and one of the largest basilicas in the world. Every inch of marble, every detail on the ceiling feels like it was carved to remind you of eternity. The sculptures rise like guardians of faith. Bernini, Michelangelo, and the generations of artists poured their genius into these marble forms. Each figure isn't just a decoration, it tells a story of saints, martyrs, and the enduring weight of belief. You don't just look at them, you feel their stillness, their power. Above, Michelangelo's dome soars almost 136 meters into the sky, designed by the master himself when he was nearly 70 years old. Even after all these centuries, it remains the tallest dome in the world. And when the light breaks through, it feels less like sunlight and more like a divine presence. Touching the marble, turning cold stone into something alive. At the heart of it all stands the Bernini's masterpiece, the baldachin. Its twisting bronze columns rise like a spiral of faith. Marking the very spot where Saint Peter himself is said to be buried. The bronze for this canopy was partly taken from the Pantheon's portico, melting down the ancient Rome to crown Christian Rome. The weight of history, of faith itself, rests here. In the side chapels, life continues. Quiet services, soft hymns. Beyond the grandeur and the gold, this place still beats with living faith. Stepping back into the sunlight, St. Peter's Square unfolds in front of you. A perfect embrace of columns, centered by an Egyptian obelisk nearly 4,000 years old. Once a symbol of pharaohs, now crowned with a cross. It stands as a silent witness to Rome's journey from empire to Christianity. And watching over it all, the Swiss Guards in the Renaissance uniforms. Said to be inspired by the designs of Michelangelo himself, they have stood here since the 1500s, the oldest active military unit in the world. Every salute, every step, every change of guard is executed with precision and with pride. Out of the Vatican, the air feels different. Lively, noisy, real. Tourists everywhere. Cafes spilling into the streets. Souvenir shops lined up on both sides, from the sacred to the everyday. That's Rome. We joined the flow of people moving through the narrow streets, still carrying the awe of what they have just seen. But this time, we are walking towards something that held a different kind of meaning, something close to Arju. Our next stop, Foro Italico, the grounds where the iconic Rome Masters take place. A place Arju has dreamed of visiting for years, where legends like Federer, Nadal, and Djokovic have fought under the Roman sun. And now, we are finally here. As the clay courts were being watered, Arju stood there, watching in silence. You could tell, for him, this was more than a visit. It was a dream. Arju, Foro Italico তে এসে তুই কি করলি?
Amazing. এখানে unfortunately খেলতে তো পারবো না. It's only open to members. The best thing, Italian clay আমার হাতে.
হ্যাঁ,
তারপর তার সাথে একটা ছোট souvenir.
বাহ, ওখানে বলরা খুশি তুই বল মেরে দিস। চল, খুশি? And just as we were about to leave, fate stepped in again. The door to the main court, the court centrale, stood open, and without thinking, Arju ran. And in that moment, you could feel pure joy, the kind that only comes when a dream catches you by surprise. This is the same arena where Federer, Nadal, Djokovic, the greats of our time, have battled on the very surface. And right there, engraved on the clay, Roma, a symbol of passion, of history, of the game itself. We stepped onto the court, something few ever get to do. The entire stadium was empty, yet electric with the echoes of the past. Arju stood there in complete disbelief, a place he had only seen on TV, and now under his feet.
I am lost for everything. Forget about words, adjectives.
This
It's
is-
spectacular, bellissimo. I mean,
This was meant to be.
I don't know what is it. I've been watching this place for the past 20 years on television, and maybe I deserved it to be here.
And before leaving, we did what we absolutely had to, take a peek where the legend stayed. Rome, the city, is something else. Hardly any other place can match its charm. 4 days in Rome can't possibly be enough, and we felt it in every step, every square, every corner. As you travel through it, you will randomly come across epic monuments and ancient ruins tucked between urban buildings, as if history just refuses to fade. Every corner has a story, every street holds a piece of the past. It's impossible to see it all. There were so many places we wanted to see, but couldn't fit it into this trip. And maybe that's the magic of Rome. It always leaves you wanting more. And maybe that's why people keep coming back. We left Rome with memories, with stories, and with a promise to return someday to walk these streets again, to touch this history again. And to get lost in this eternal city once more.